Well, it's not a double standard. I mean, because here's the thing. Set that aside for a minute and think. The reason we are saying that these cases should go through the ICC process is because of the need to fight impunity. You know, there's simply no other way to do it with respect to Kenya. Each case each country is unique, of course, but there's no credible judicial process. Ethnic tensions are high. There's no way that you can credibly try these cases in Kenya. And so the ICC took jurisdiction of the cases. Now that they have jurisdiction, the process needs to be seen through to conclusion. We have in the past had issues with the ICC, but very importantly, the Obama administration has sought, and we now have observer status in the ICC, so we are more closely associated with the ICC than before. But the point about whether the U.S. is signatory to the Treaty of Rome or not is beside the point. That's an effort to distract attention. 60+% of the Kenyan people are saying the ICC is the right way to go. These cases should be tried by the ICC because there's got to be accountability. Impunity must be ended, or there's a real risk that the same thing could happen in 2012.
Well, on that note, let's talk about the fact that we are coming up to 2012. We do see the ethnic alliances being formed right now.
Yes.
The National Cohesion Commission, of course, has come in and said, look, this is it's unacceptable. It must stop. It doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. How does the international community, do you think, play a role in ensuring that Kenya never walks that path again?
Well, of course, that's our objective. We want to work with Kenya to ensure that. To me, to ensure that Kenya is stable and has good elections in 2012, a couple of things are essential. First of all, the Kenyan people have to keep speaking up and have to make it clear that they want to see an honest and open process. You know, the Kenyan people underestimate, I think, their influence on political leaders. It was only when the Kenyan people spoke out in 2008 that the leaders really ultimately compromised and signed the National Accord. As I've always said, it wasn't the U.S., it wasn't Kofi Annan that made that happen. It was the Kenyan people themselves.
The Vice President, of course, has been lobbying African nations to support Kenya's stand on the ICC and saying, look, we can do this locally, we will do this locally. The U.S., of course, is a permanent member of the Security Council. Kenya is going to apply to the Security Council. The U.S. has veto powers. If it chooses to, it can end Kenya's hopes to avoid the whole issue of ICC for our Hague 6. Yes. What is the U.S. position?
Well, the U.S. position is that we support the ICC process. We do not, repeat, we do not want to see delay in that process. And we will not support efforts to delay the process. Our Deputy Secretary of State was here. He made a week ago. He made very clear that we want to see the process move forward and move forward expeditiously. Efforts to delay or halt or in some way stop the process are not efforts that we will support.
Wasted efforts, 30 million plus?
Well, I think the efforts are to be honest, futile.